Hi everybody, welcome to my dining room. I'm glad you could join me. We're going to talk about adding integers today. That's our first lesson. And before we get started, I just want to talk about rational numbers. And rational numbers are any number that can be written as a fraction, a positive or a negative fraction. So that includes fractions, decimals, mixed numbers, improper fractions, and it includes integers. And the family of integers also includes whole numbers. And the diagram here shows you that the family of integers has the subset of whole numbers included in there. So I just wanted to show you this picture and show you that we're going to be working with this group of numbers right now, but eventually we'll be getting to decimals and fractions later. Okay, so here's our first question. 2 rounds remain in a friendly video game of Zombie Pretzel Attack 2. Each zombie pretzel cheese scores 100 points. Each player cheeses 3 zombie pretzels. Write each player's new score. Tell how you found each score. If you'd like to pause the video and give this a shot and see if you can come up with the new score for each player, please do that now. I'm going to go over the answers, and so when you restart the video, you can see if you're right. Okay, so here we go. The first player has 200 points. And because we have cheesed 3 pretzels, we each earned 100 points each, which would be a total of 300 points. So we have to add 300 points to our previous score of 200 points. And if we have a number line, if we think of a number line, $200 points, if I'm going up by hundreds, would be 2 jumps or 2 places to the right. And if I'm going to add 300 to that, then I have to move 3 jumps to the right again. 1, 2, 3. So that would be a score of 500. 200 plus 300 would be 500. Okay, player 2. Player 2 has negative 400 points. Now that's to the left of 0. Okay, and we're going to add 300 points to that score. So that would be 3 jumps to the right. And we're not going to make our way back to 0 quite yet. We're going to be at negative 100. Okay. Negative 200. Now negative 200 is between negative 100 and negative 400. Right here. And we're going to add 300 points to that. So again, that's 3 moves to the right. And so that person has a score of 100 points. Okay. All right, so adding integers. If we're using a number line, the first number that they give you is where you start. So in this example here, I have 3 plus n when n equals 5. So what we're doing here is 3 plus 5. And this diagram here is showing you how you would get 8. The first blue line here is our starting point, 3. And you can see the little man right here is showing that's the starting point. And then we're going to add 5 to it, so that would be 5 moves forward in the positive direction. So we end up at positive 8. So when you're adding a positive number, you're going to move in the positive direction as many places as it tells you. If you think about this example in terms of money, if you had $3 and then you added $5 more, you would end up with $8. This next example is showing that if we're adding a negative number to the number we're starting with, and again we have 3, and they're telling us that n is negative 5, so we have 3 plus negative 5. So we start at positive 3 again, so from 0, we move forward 3 places, and because we have a negative 5, we're going to move back 5 places. So the little man has to turn around and go back 5. And if we count out the 5 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we end up with negative 2. So if you want a real world example, if you had $3 and you needed to spend 5, you would be $2 short from buying whatever it is that you need to buy. Okay, this slide here is just showing that when you added 5, we moved 5 places to the right, and when we subtracted 5, we moved 5 places to the left. And the 5 was equal distance just from the 3, from the original 3 that we had. It's just we moved in the other direction. So the positive number, we went in the positive direction to the right, and when we added a negative number, we moved to the left in the negative direction. Okay, so let's try this one together. It says, find the sum of 2 plus negative 8, and we're going to complete the statement. 2 is 2 places to the right, so the first line we draw is to positive 2. Okay, and then it says we're going to go negative 8. So negative 8 would be to the left, 8 places from the 2. So we're going to go back 2, and then we have to go 6 more. Now if you want to do loops, you can do loops from the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we end up at negative 6. So 2 plus negative 8 is 8 units from 2 in the left direction. And 2 plus negative 8 equals negative 6. If you want to talk in terms of money, if you had $2 in your pocket and you owed your friend $8, you couldn't pay back your debt, you would still owe your friend $6. Okay, now if you want to pause the video and give this one a shot by yourself, you can do that now. Fill in the blanks, use a number line, and then turn it back on because I'm going to go over the answer right now. So we have negative 5 plus negative 6. Okay, if here's 0, okay, there's negative 5, so this is my starting point, and the man here is going to have to go 6 jumps to the left in the negative direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, negative 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is negative 5 here. And then we're going to keep going in the negative direction, negative 6. So negative 5 plus negative 6 equals negative 11. If you spend $5 at the store and you have to spend $6 more at the store, then you spend a total of $11 at the store. So that's a debt. All right, before we go on, I just want to talk about the additive inverse. And this is a really important vocabulary word or concept to understand. And let's take a look here. We have an arithmetic property and the algebraic property, which they just use the letter to represent the combination here. So if I have $5 and I take away $5, I end up with nothing. So additive, we're adding, and inverse means opposite. So if I add a number and it's opposite, I will always end up with 0. And it doesn't matter which combination. The second example is just showing the commutative property. So 5 plus negative 5 is 0, and negative 5 plus 5 is also 0. And the algebraic form, they're just showing, they use the letter of the alphabet to represent any number. And the same thing with the commutative property, they just reverse the order for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Oops. Okay, what I'd like you to do is try this example, and in the next video I'm going to go over the answers for you. So we have, you're going to use a number line. You're going to find the total by adding the 2 turns of the players, turn 1 and turn 2. So for the first player you want to do negative 12 plus 5. The second player you want to do negative 15 plus negative 9. And use your number line and come up with your answer. Okay? All right, thanks for watching. And you can watch part 2 right after this. Thanks.